Now, for more on the 2025 annual flood outlook, we are joined by the Director General and Chief Executive Officer, Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, NIHSA, Umar Ibrahim Mohammed. Welcome to Network News.
Thank you very much, Jide. Thank you for having me.
Okay, while your enhanced methodology in translating flood data to real-time decisions is commendable, I am intrigued with how your agency's community-focused flood forecasting addresses historical challenges in effectively disseminating early warnings and ensuring actionable responses within some of the identified high-risk areas, particularly given that local infrastructure and literacy levels vary from location to location.
Thank you very much. Well, actually, the annual flood outlook has been on since 2013 after the 2012 devastating flood that occurred. Now, the agency, through the Ministry of Water Resources, came up having putting up a lot of data on how the water responds to the climate change as well as man-made activities. It was able to come up with its first annual flood outlook. And since then, this year, 2025, today we presented the 13th edition of the annual flood outlook. Well, actually, what we tried to do is to move a step further ahead of what we've been trying to do by trying to now focus more on the communities that are likely to be affected instead of just stopping at the state and local government level. Now, by doing so, we'll be able to identify the at-risk communities, whereby we'll be able to map out the houses, their livelihoods, their farmlands, livestock, yards, as well as markets, institutions, healthcare facilities. All those will be mapped out, and we'll be able to tell whether these facilities could fall under the at-risk areas or not. So by doing so, we'll be able to concentrate a lot of resources. Instead of looking at the whole local government or state, we'll be able to concentrate our resources and energy on a particular point where this flooding might likely occur. And at the same time, saving a lot of resources.
All right. In detailing sectoral impacts on health, agriculture, and infrastructure, how will successes in mitigating cross-sectoral disruption be measured?
We have the non-infrastructural, at the same time infrastructural, mitigative, and that is why this year's annual flood outlook was segmented into three. First, the flood forecast itself, which is the normal document that has been coming up each year. Then the second one is the flood risk communication, whereby we have identified a huge gap in terms of cascading mitigative measures and understanding how the locals put up their own mitigative measures in terms of flooding activities. So we try to come up with a means of identifying their own local methodology together with the scientific and technological methodology, put them together and come up with a robust mitigative method. So that is why we came up with the flood risk communication, to close up the gaps in terms of communication and understanding how to together map out how to reduce the impact of flooding to its barest minimum. And the third document, which is the flood mitigation and adaptation, also are the methods being applied by the local communities on how to control and manage. Flooding is something that is beyond human. It's a phenomenon that you can't stop because it happens across the world. So now we try to just come up with our own local adaptation and resilience. So that is what the very essence of segmenting this year's annual flood outlook into three documents entails.
All right, Director General and Chief Executive Officer, Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, NIHSA, Umar Ibrahim Mohammed, thank you so much for coming on the Network News.
You're most welcome. Thank you very much, Judy.